Check, check. Okay. I think we're good. So lately I've been playing around with headphones, particularly headphones in the premium range, between $350 to $400. I can tell you this, the things that separate them is much more interesting than the things that make them alike. For example, the Maxwell, Sony Maxwell, Sony Audeze Maxwell, and the Astro A50 Gen 5. I compared both headphones, and if you ask me, which one should you buy based on sound, I would say this. Close your eyes, spin around in a circle at least 5 times just to remove any bias, point at one, and just buy that. You're done. Because when it comes to sound, both headphones sound incredible. Unless you prefer one particular signature than another, maybe they have a particular frequency tuned higher and you prefer that sound. Outside of that, both headphones are amazing when it comes to sound. However, one of the headphones is still better than the other when it comes to gaming headphone. 2 years ago, Sony bought a audiophile company. The company was called Audeze, or it might be called Audeze, although I think it's Audeze. They were a very good sound company. Their sound is recognized in the industry as some of the best, and their headphones highly beloved. So Sony bought them, and the result is the Audeze Maxwell, a headphone that sounds incredible and feels really good. Really good. I believe the battery life is over 30 hours, so you never really have to charge them. They feel really good on your head as well, really comfortable. But even with all of that, I think the Astro A50s kind of show why when it comes to the premium $300 to $400 range, the Astro A50 line is still the king of this particular price range. And again, there's no disrespect to Audeze here. It's just that Astro shows that they've been doing this longer, and that experience just equals a better gaming experience. For example, yes, the Astro A50 only have 24 hours of charging, but they come with a charging dock that actually looks really good with the headphones. So every time you take them off, you just find yourself putting it on the dock because that's the best place for them. So even though it's only 24-hour battery life, which is plenty long enough, even if you're saying that's not long enough, the moment you put them back on the dock, they start charging. So you literally never have to think about charging them ever. As a matter of fact, I wonder if Astro has a patent on that particular dock, because I don't really know why other gaming companies don't use it. Maybe there's a patent on there, but if there's no patent on that particular technology, I think more people should copy that. It really works for a gaming headphone. And secondly, let's talk about design. Yes, we gotta talk about design. The Astro A50 just looked better as a gaming headphone. And this is something I've noticed with companies who are starting to bring their headphone technology into the gaming realm, and not realizing that when it comes to gaming, the way it looks still has to appeal to a gamer. And this is really interesting because, again, the Astro A50s is entirely made of plastic. This is all plastic. I think this is aluminum, and that's it. But they still look way cooler than pretty much every headphone out there. Even if you say there is personal taste in it, yes, I agree. But I do think that when it comes to gaming, the Astro A50s just kind of understand what a gamer is about more. And yes, part of that funky design is part of what makes it a dedicated gaming headphone, because anybody who knows gamers, we kind of just like funky designs in general. I mean, look at some of the PCs that people build just to build. But then once you start getting into more logistical aspects of the headphone, I think the Astro A50 really pulls ahead extremely fast here, because not only does it have probably the best headphone software of any headphone around, the ability to connect it to PlayStation, Xbox, PC, Switch, seamlessly is also top in the industry. And yes, in this particular category, the Maxwell do quite badly. Yes, the Maxwell does come with its own software, just like most headphones do in that price range. However, the software doesn't really do a lot other than to tune your headphone, which is what Maxwell is known for, the ability to tune your headphones really well. However, when it comes to gaming headphones, I actually don't think that's as important as some people might be led to believe. As long as the headphones come pre-tuned very well, that's generally good enough, because when it comes to like specific sound, we can generally try to control that in the game itself. Most games that sound really bad don't sound bad because of the headphones, they sound bad because of the sound design or something going on with the PC. So again, giving gamers the ability to adjust their frequency and whatnot, I don't really think that does as much as people think it does. Okay, so again, the Astro A50 just shows why it's much more important to give us connectivity in all categories for everything that we use for our gaming with as little issue and complication as possible. The Audeze Maxwell, it doesn't have a bass, right? But it does come with a USB dongle. That, I have to admit, works very well for the most part. Does it still cut off? Yes, it does. So again, we're getting back to this issue of access to better ways of doing the thing that you want your headphones to do. Having a bass dock for the Astro A50 just makes it such that you're so much more closer to the sound and to connectivity. And this is simply something a USB dongle will never get away from, at least not for a long time, because USB dongles just means that there's a lot of other sounds that are crossing in and out of those frequencies, leading to more frequent disconnections. One particular area that I've been extremely interested in when it comes to gaming headphones is actually the microphone. And the question that I've been trying to answer is it possible to have a headphone with a mic that sounds as good as expensive mics and just have one single unit? And the reason for this is I do not like having a mic in my face. I always feel like I have to constantly adjust it. So I've always been asking this question: can you just give me headphones with a really good mic so that when I'm streaming or anything like that, or doing any kind of conference, I can talk and not sound like I'm underwater? Yes, the Astro A50s are really, really close to that. But let me give a shout out to the Maxwell on this as well. Really good microphone on this. Excellent microphone. The Astro A50, again, when it comes to sound in and out, both of neck to neck, there's no differences here. And I do need to point this out, that again, when it comes to sound, companies need to understand that if you're gonna charge somebody $300 for headphones, the sound is the last thing we should worry about. If I have to worry about what a $300 headphone sounds like, that's a disaster. So again, sound just should not be the top priority here. So if your sound is good, your sound is good. Let's move on to making the headphones actually feel like something that's being made for gamers. And on that front, the Astro A50 just get it correctly. And the more time passes, the more they continue to get it correctly. And that's why I think they're still in lead when it comes to that particular price range and who's doing it the best. I know Corsair is quite good in this particular department. HyperX, I believe, are also good in this particular department. I'm gonna keep doing more research to find out who's truly king here. But for now, based on everything that I've tested, I think the Astro A50 is just the way to go right now. Perhaps, hopefully, I can get some of these other headphones sponsored by those companies who own them, so I can test them and kind of see where that particular technology is going and give gamers a better recommendation as to what they should be looking for. For now, if you're looking for one headphone to do it all, the Astro A50, I think, are just significantly better in more areas. Thank you for watching.